I remember one time I was looking at a Snapchat story that popped up, and it was this girl that I knew, and she was joking about a P word, sending her inappropriate messages on TikTok. It's disgusting. You see, this isn't the first time I've seen a story similar to this or heard something similar to this happening. I've heard of people that have been sent images by these people. You can imagine what I'm talking about here. It is disgusting. TikTok. Don't get me started on TikTok. I TikTok breeds degeneracy. You are rewarded on TikTok for doing degenerate things. Take this for example. A girl on TikTok starts out as just a humble wee TikTok account. She just does basic TikTok. She makes like tip videos and stuff. She doesn't get many likes. One time she posted TikTok where she does a dance, just a regular dance. She gets a few more likes. Then she starts posting a dance in tighter clothing. And she receives a few thousand likes. All of a sudden, she's doing provocative dances. In the span of maybe 50 videos overall, she's gone from study tips to basically doing very suggestive dancing. This is just. This is what TikTok does to you, man. It is disgusting. It is disgusting. And then you have these P words that'll watch it and do you know what to it. What the fuck has that word come to? That's not even like, I mean, that's pretty bad, right? But that doesn't even get me started on the attention spans. How many people have you talked to that literally can't even like hold their attention for more than 15 seconds? There are literally people that are stuck to their phones in public and they're just scrolling. They can't even go outside and just not be doing anything, not have anything playing in front of them. There are people that literally don't even talk to their family at dinner. They're literally just on their phone. What the fuck is wrong with our generation? These big social media giants want us to just be scrolling on our phones all the time. It is disgusting. Your mother hasn't seen you or had a conversation with you in months or years. She hasn't felt you're actually present in years. Social media sucks you into another dimension. When you're scrolling on TikTok, you are not on planet Earth anymore. We have worse attention spans than goldfish at the moment, man. That is awful. How has this happened? We can't even sit here and pay attention for more than a minute. You probably just fucking got bored there right then. That awkward long pause. You just wanted to skip because of that. You couldn't sit through 8 seconds almost of just silence. You see, our minds are programmed to fill every single moment with noise. Every single moment must be filled with dopamine. We are frying our dopamine receptors. And we are frying them to the point where we can't even sit still and just do that. We can't even sit still and just be in the present moment, just be patiently waiting. Like, it is fucking disgusting. It is embarrassing that this is what has happened to us. And it's the short form content that is really, really just fried our dopamine receptors and made that we have more ADHD than ever, and we can't sit still. We can't sit still in silence for longer than a minute. Be honest with yourself. When was the last time you went somewhere without your phone? Be honest. We feel the need that we have to carry our phones everywhere. Think about it, right? These giants, Apple, Samsung, these companies have made it so that a phone that you can fit in your pocket is next to the essentials such as your wallet and your keys. No other item in history has been able to get into every person's pocket except the wallet, keys, and like chapstick. Every time we take our phones with us because fear, basically. We take our phones with us because we don't want to be left in silence. So if there's any awkward moment, just pull it out. But but what if there's an emergency? When has there ever been an emergency? Name one time where there has actually been an emergency, where you've needed your phone on you. If you don't have your phone on you, and even if there is an emergency, you can probably find someone around you that will have a phone that you can use. This sort of need to have the phone in your pocket at all times, it's not essential most of the time. And yet we take it because we're afraid to be left in silence or that there'll be an emergency. TikTok started out so innocently. Well, it wasn't TikTok, first it was Musical.ly, right? And you do your silly little dances and all that. And after TikTok came out, you saw that period where every single big company in the social media space was making their own short form content after the success of TikTok. You had Snapchat's, whatever, Spotlight or whatever it is, Instagram Reels, and then YouTube Shorts. which I hate as well, equally the same as TikTok. It's just TikTok's the worst of the batch. But the reason they hopped onto these trends is because it was getting views. It makes them a shit ton of money, or you gain nothing from it. Tell me the last time you learned something from a TikTok or from a YouTube short or something that was actually valuable to your life. Name one time. Oh wait. Let me get some water real quick while I wait. Hydrate yourself. Right. So there was none, right? So why the fuck are you watching these videos still? You're not gaining anything from it. Why are you doing it? Sorry. You're doing it because you're afraid of silence. That's it. You can't sit in silence. This is what these apps have done to us. We cannot sit in silence. We need background noise in order to fucking do anything. This is why we have all this ADHD coming through. We got the most ADHD ever. It correlates directly. Well, we'll just give them more Adderall though. If they don't have the apps in the first place, they won't need the fucking Adderall. They won't have ADHD. When you're just mindlessly scrolling, you're sapping away your gift from the world. How are you meant to fulfill your purpose if you're just doing this all day, every day? You see, when you're trying to be creative and when you have to give your gift, how are you meant to do it when you're just scrolling? You have to change consuming to creating. That's why I say go create at the end of my videos, because it's a message to you to instead of consume, create. It's also a message to myself. I need to create more than I consume. I consume too much at the moment in content. I don't consume short form content, really. But I consume too much content. I hold my hands up. But in order for me to give my gift, I have to stop consumption and I have to create more. That's the only way for me to give my gift to the world, to be creative. I deleted TikTok several months ago, maybe even a year ago now, something like that. And I deleted it for 3 reasons. Number 1, it was the amount of time I spent on it. A lot of people spend multiple hours of the day just doing this over and over again. Because it never ends. It's a content loop that never ends. You can just scroll forever, endlessly. It's no wonder that people spend so much time on it, because they don't realize how much time they're spending. I said I had enough of that. I wasn't going to keep wasting my time like that on that app. Number 2 was my attention span. I don't think my attention span was as bad as some of the other people that have fried their brains over this. But maybe that's just me looking back with rose-tinted goggles. I'd say my attention span right now is not that bad, I don't think. Way better than the average person, I'd say, if you're consuming all this content. Because I just sit through long form content and that's it. But I didn't want that bad attention span. I needed to be able to be present and give my attention to whoever I need to give it to. Because you know how bad it feels to be talking to someone and they're just not there. And you can see it in their eyes, they're not listening to you. But I didn't want to be like that. I didn't want to be that person that could not focus or pay attention. I didn't want to be that person who could have been able to help someone, but I couldn't get out of my own head for a moment. The last reason was lust. You see, I feel like one of the main reasons I was using TikTok was to find attractive girls and just keep looking at them. It was really bad, man. I didn't want to keep doing that. It was never going to help me. So I had to cut that out real quick. But yeah, that's my reason for it. Sorry, I had to cut real quickly. My mum got home. Anyway, what was I talking about? TikTok in China. I'm sure you've heard about it in China. It is a much more child-safe app than the rest of the world. TikTok in China, they actually teach you things. The videos are educational. Like, they have videos on how to build stuff, how to do math equations or something. All these extra, like, educational things that make their children better students and make them more equipped as a stronger nation, because they'll have people that are actually the best that they can be because they're doing things that help the country. Whereas in the rest of the world, they promote degeneracy. I mean, it's shady to me. I think we all know what they're trying to do with this. They're trying to weaken the next generation so that China is above the rest. They're trying to weaken the West. The US, they want them to be weak so that they're dependent on China, and so that if war is to break out, China will be able to completely roll the rest. As well as in China, with TikTok, there is a literal time limit that tells you if you've been on TikTok for a little bit now, you want to go try do some stuff. Do you want to go do something else? Why would they do that in the West? They don't care about the people of the West. They just see them as profit because that's what they are. But since TikTok is created in line with the Chinese government, they're going to try and make the people of China better than the next generation. I mean, the next generation of China is going to be better than the rest of the world's next generation. And this is just one way they do it. So, not to mention as well that all the data they collect from TikTok They collect, apparently, I've heard that they collect your entire clipboard. So if you have something on your clipboard and you have TikTok installed on your device, it'll automatically be sent to them. So think of the things you copy and paste. It's going to go straight to their database. Tracking numbers. There's not much I can do with these things, but you gotta be careful. If you have TikTok on your phone, they're gonna get all this extra data from you, and they're gonna make a profile on you, and they're gonna advertise towards your needs. Anyway, if you take anything from this video, the actionable step is to get on your phone right now and delete TikTok. Right now. If you haven't done it already, you have to do it now. Don't even look at it. Don't even tap on the app to go on it one last time. Just hold down, uninstall. That's it. If you don't do it, you're basically saying that you don't care about your attention. You don't care that when you're in public, you're not present. You don't care that people can't depend on you to help them, to be, when they're in difficult situations, you can't be that helping hand because you're not present. It's your choice. But if you don't do it, people won't respect you. And that includes me. Make the choice. I know it feels weird to not be on TikTok, but you're not missing out on much. Like, it'll feel weird at first to not be in on the trends, but after a while you'll realize that those trends didn't even matter to you in the first place. It's just pointless information in your head. And why do you need that pointless stuff in your head? Your head should be saved for important things, not just, ooh, TikTok dance. Take care of your brain. Take care of yourself. Now stop consuming and go create.